If you're a former student or currently a student, you certainly heard about the student loan cut by 20% if the Labour is re-elected. I hope that you guys understand it's a clear bribe. If you believe that the Labour or anyone in the government has any interest on you and they want to help you, they're making those free TAFE courses, they're giving you a cut on your student debt, it's all BS. It's just for them to make you quiet and make sure that you don't interfere with the next election, and that's on top, they can get your vote. But I must say, Labour or opposition, both of them are pretty bad. If you look at the opposition, they are not for the student cut, they are not for the free TAFE and etc. So it's hard to tell which one is better, but when you look at what the Labour is doing right now with the misinformation bill, which is going to stop our freedom of speech, I would say it's hard to vote for them at the next election. And if you're a student or a former student and you believe that you should vote for them because you're gonna get this amazing discount, which is for the majority of you going to give you a $5,500 discount, peanuts, because think about it, if you get a job after you graduate from university, you should make back this money. If you're not spending at all, let's say, you would make it back within less than 4 weeks. So is it all the Labour is ready to do for you to get your vote, giving you a $5,500? That is peanuts. What they should do, they should wipe out your student debt and make all the university courses for free. How many countries have free university for their citizens? How come Australia, which is normally a rich country, is not doing it? When you look at the opposition, they're saying we don't want those free TAFE because it costs $1.5 billion to the taxpayers, blah blah blah. But in fact, if they were actually starting to tax properly the industries in Australia, all those petroleum companies, also look at AGL, Energy Australia, Coles, Woolworths, Vodafone, all those guys are paying peanuts in terms of tax. If they were paying their tax like everyone in Australia, this $1.5 billion the opposition is arguing about for those free TAFE courses will be absolutely not even a conversation to have. But we all know in Australia, all those big companies are not paying taxes, or very little taxes. So why the Labour suddenly wants to give you a 20% cut on your student debts? And why they're waiting after the election? Because they clearly said it. They said if we are re-elected, we give you a 20% cut on your student debt. Why they're not doing it right now? They can do things very quickly, right? They're doing it with the misinformation bill, you know, they quickly pass it before the Christmas break, so nobody can really argue or have time to be aware about it. News, which are state news in Australia, they of course don't talk too much about it because we don't want too many people to realize what's going on. And for the few people that heard about it, they actually believe it's a good thing because all they've seen, obviously, state news. They don't realize it's going to shut down the freedom of speech. But anyway, talking about this student debt, it could be done right away. But it's a bribe. If you're not voting for us, nothing gonna happen, guys. Look, guys, university actually should be free. That's what you should be asking to the government. You should send emails to the government, to the Department of Education. You should start to complain a bit more, because I do understand Australia is a nice country, the weather is great, it's nice living here, but it seems like people don't really see what's going on and kind of lay back too much here in Australia. People don't know how to complain. Though I'm French, I understand very well what means complaining. We do it all the time. But if you guys don't do that, then nothing happens. And when we do complain, always something happens. So you should start to write an email. Take 10 minutes of your time. If you don't know how to write a proper email, go to ChatGPT or Grok on Twitter and just get your email ready and send it to the government. You know, it's not that complicated. If you do it, maybe the university will be free someday and you might not see just a 20% cut on your student debts, but a full wipeout. Now let's look at some countries where you can get free university course. Germany, Norway, Sweden, Finland, Denmark, Austria, Iceland, Spain, France, Greece, Slovenia, Czech Republic, Poland, Brazil, guys. In Brazil, you can get free university access. Argentina, Panama, Egypt, Sri Lanka, guys. Sri Lanka, think about it. Malaysia and Turkey. Ah putain, it blows my mind that in Australia you don't have free studies. It's insane. You got so much resources in this country and all of it is given away. You're getting ripped off, guys. Honestly, it's insane. And the government is laughing at your face, honestly. Do you realize that the international student could pay off all your studies, guys? You might not know it, but it's always between 5 to 40 times more expensive for an international student to study the same course as you. Some of them cost 40 times more. You know that for NSW and Victoria, the number one income is the education sector. They are making billions and billions. It's insane. So you guys had parents that were already paying taxes before you were born. The tax they're paying is for your future. And finally, what do? You get a loan on your back even before you start to work. That's insane. That blows my mind. It's disgusting. And you just, I don't know, nothing happening. It's been like this forever. And we see Albo going to the university, like doing his show for the election and saying, oh, you know what, we're good. We're gonna give you a 20% discount, guys. Look at this video.
This is about putting money back into your pocket and putting intergenerational equity back into the system. Good for the cost of living, good for this generation, and for generations to come.
This government supports your aspiration. This government supports your education. And this government will continue to back you regardless of those opposite.
At a show, they support your education, guys. You know what's the free TAFE course? Basically, all the jobs that make you tired once you come back home after work, you're dead. In construction, all those healthcare jobs, it's hard. It's difficult jobs. When you go back home, you have something else to do than just looking into, okay, what's really going on. You just turn on the TV, watch the state news. You have no idea what's going on. They can brainwash you, they can do whatever they want, and you won't get too much involved with what's going on in the government. That's the real story, yeah? If they really wanted to help Australians, it's not those difficult jobs that they will give for free in TAFE. It will be absolutely everything. They pretty much want you to stay quiet, and they want your votes, and they want you to have a very narrow vision, not to see too far away, not realizing what's going on. It's a bribe. If you don't think it's a bribe, then you're blind. I must say, I don't know what else to tell you, but yeah, it's a bribe. See you later.